I often ponder about this idea when I'm talking to others and when I'm teaching my students. It's intention, a word that I personally believe is essential to almost all forms of living, whether that be individually, socially, politically, or even economically. So, the question I would like to ask is, what do you think is more important? The action of doing something or the reason for the action? Now, before you answer, here are some examples. Your partner randomly buys you flowers. One, because they love you and they wanted to see you happy. Or two, because last week was your anniversary, but they forgot. And now they are getting you flowers. Number two, your mom and dad yelling at you. Reason one, because you did something wrong and they want to make sure you protect yourself and stay safe. Number two, because they're angry and want to take it out on you. And example three, someone just broke into a car. Reason one, there was a baby inside and they thought they couldn't breathe. Two, they saw something expensive and wanted to steal it. Now that you've answered, I think it's inherently clear that the intentions matter more. And I actually think prior to even listening to this, everybody inherently understood what I mean by this. It's similar to the phrase that we've all heard: before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes. But more often than not, we forget about it. Now let's get deeper into what I think intention truly is. Intention comes before our actions. And to me, the actions we conduct are morally neutral. And what I mean by that is that the actions themselves don't really have any emotional value, but rather it's just something that occurs. But the intention behind the action is what gives us the emotional value and the meaning. For example, someone opening a door for you is pretty much agreed to be a kind act. But what if they're trying to impress you? What if they're trying to manipulate you into a certain decision? What if they're doing it so they can get something from you? Using this example, we see that even though the action of opening the door stayed the exact same, the idea completely changed. I originally made this video to actually touch upon a certain aspect of life, and it delves from the phrase, you don't really know what someone is going through. I used to be a person who was very pessimistic, a person who wanted to feel like they had control over their life, a person who thought that as long as I tried my best, everything would go well. But I couldn't get over the fact that there are many situations where there actually wasn't an alternative ending. And even if I did do everything perfectly, it would end up the same. I was really unhappy at the world. This view would make me spiral into a more and more negative point of view. Small things would make me even angrier, like someone's screaming, why a kid is being dumb, why a car cut me off when I'm driving. And especially with friendships and family, I couldn't get criticized. I felt like I did everything right, so why am I the one in the wrong? But then I realized that I needed to change my perspective. I was too focused on people's actions, but not the what ifs. I always saw the worst intention in people because of something they did. So, I would say to all of you that we should try our best to give people the best intention on why they did something, especially when they're family or friends. Now, I need to stop here for a second and clarify something because this is an actually very sensitive topic for many people. So, before you click off and get angry at me, saying that I'm not making sense, although you should look for people's best intentions, it is still your priority to keep yourself safe. I am not closed minded enough to say that everyone you meet and see will have good intentions. Rather, I am saying that after surmising all their body language, all their movements, the way they speak, if there isn't any clear reason, any indication to you specifically that they may have bad intentions, try to give them the benefit of the doubt. The reason why intention is so important to me and why I think it should be important to you is that it helps to build and maintain relationships with others so that we can build trust for one another, so we can see who actually cares for us, and to see why someone may do something in a certain way. Like the old me, who used to see the worst in people's intentions, who was pessimistic at his core. The problem with assuming a person's intentions from just their actions will lead to you missing or destroying relationships that you may have made or kept. But the opposite is true too. Maybe you make a relationship that you regret because you only looked at their actions and not their intentions. The very last thing that I need to state is that good intentions aren't everything. Good intentions do not erase consequences of actions. At least, not all of them. Of course, the goodwill of their actions matter. But there are actually many situations where people mean well, but they cause harm to you. I think an example that everybody knows of is overprotective parents. They're just doing too much to protect and shelter you that you feel restricted. And then it diminishes your growth as a person instead of trying to help you. If you made it this far, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you learned something from this. If there are any topics that you would like to see me delve into, please comment down below, and I'll do my best to make a video on something that you guys are interested in. And for the people who may be watching these videos week per week, I apologize for not getting a video out the past 2 weeks. My mom came into town and I prioritized hanging out with her instead of making videos. And I hope you guys can forgive me for that. But the very last thing, if you made it this far, is to remember, The intentions behind a person's actions should be the one that controls how you experience it. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I must have said something that you liked. So maybe you could drop me a like and subscribe and follow my Twitch. I do gaming streams every weekday at night. I would appreciate a follow on there too. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.